Hello students. Today we are going to study chapter 7, Getting to Know Plants. In this chapter we are going to study a lot of things about plants which we have studied in the previous classes as well. We will brush up our knowledge as well as we are going to study about few new concepts related to plants and their types. So let us start with the introduction part. That plants are also known as autotrophs. Autotrophs, if I cut the word into two, auto means automatically and trophs means living. So those living organisms which make their own food are known as autotrophs. So plants are also known as autotrophs because they are the producers, which means they make their own food. So all living organisms are directly and indirectly depend upon plants, right? This also, if I give you an example for this, is that um, all the vegetarian and as well as non-vegetarian uh, animals, human beings, they all are directly or indirectly connected to the plants for their food. If you see the examples of omnivorous, carnivorous, and herbivorous animals, which we have studied in the previous chapter, chapter 1. So, in that, if you see the herbivorous animals are directly connected to the plants because they eat plants only. But the carnivorous animals eat the other things, which means the flesh of other animals. For example, lion eats flesh of deer. So what do deer eat? Deer eat plants. So the lion will not survive if he do not get the food, like the meat of the deer, right? And the deer cannot survive if the deer is not able to get the food, which is the plants. So you can see the lion is indirectly depending upon the plants. Indirectly मतलब सीधे नहीं, ठीक है ना? So this is known as direct and indirect connection of plants. Now you can see that plants make their own food through the process known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis you have heard in the previous classes also that it is a process by which the plant make their own food. So you can see here it's written that photosynthesis means the plant take carbon dioxide, water, mineral from the soil. In the presence of sunlight, it makes food for its own and also releases oxygen in the atmosphere. That means that photosynthesis is basically a process in which the plants take all the raw material from the atmosphere, which is carbon dioxide, water, minerals from the root is absorbed, and in the presence of sunlight, it converts all these raw materials into food, and as a product, it produces the food as well as releases oxygen in the atmosphere, right? So plants not only provide us food, they provide us oxygen also. So they are very valuable gift for us. Now, we are going to study about the types of plants, right? There are 5 types of plants, as you can see: herbs, shrubs, trees, climbers, creepers. So we are going to study in detail about these types of plants. So first is herbs. Herbs are very short plant, बहुत छोटे होते हैं, and they have tender stems. Tender means soft stems, and the stem is also of green color. They have soft stem and they do not have so many branches, okay, and the height of the herb is less than 1 meter. For example, mint, grass, tulsi can also has an example of shrubs which we will discuss in the uh, further slides. But tulsi can categorize into herbs also because majorly they have short height plants, right? So these are the examples of herbs, and you can see a lot of examples given over there. Basil, you can see coriander is dhania, right? Arugula, marjoram, mint. Mint is very good for stomach, and it is very good herb for summers because ये पेट को ठंडा रखता है, right? So these herbs are very important and very good. Now next is shrubs, right? So shrubs are a little bit taller than herbs, and they are bushy plants with thin branches starting from just above the ground, right? So it is a little taller plant. Then they have a hard stem but not very thick. मोटे नहीं होते, stem hard होते हैं as comparatively herbs, but it is little bit thick, okay, and have many branches, right? And the height of the shrubs are between 1 to 3 meters. Okay, the examples are rose, jasmine, lemon, etc. You can see the plants also over here. Next is trees. Trees are the taller, they are the tallest plants, and they have hard stems, बहुत मोटे मोटे stems होते हैं उनके, and they are very hard, woody, and wood we get from trees, and they have one main stem called trunk, which is the brown part. As you can see, this is the trunk part, कितना मोटा है आप देख सकते हो, right? And they have the branches at the uppermost part, ऊपर की तरफ होते हैं, right? And they are more than 5 meter in height. 5 meter से लेकर they can be in hundreds and 200 meters also. So the example is neem, mango tree, coconut tree, right? So these are the big plants, these are the trees. Then we have climbers. Climbers are those plants which have very weak stem, so weak that they cannot stand on their own like herbs, shrubs, and trees. So they need support. So we give them support, like we can provide support like a wall support, or you can say stem. Sorry, a woody stick you can provide as in support to it. Like you can see that in this, you can see this is a wood provided to the money plant, so that money plant can roll on this wood and stand upward, right? So like this we can do, we can give the support to the climber. So they take support on neighboring structure and climb up. So their stems are so weak that it cannot actually stand on its own, it needs support. Then we have creepers. Creepers are a little bit different from climbers. Climbers have weak stem, but they can stand with the help of a support. But creepers are having so weak stems that it cannot even stand up by providing support. Okay, so if we provide support also to the creepers, the plant will not able to stand up. So what the stems grow like? They grow on the ground. Okay, they cannot grow up, so they grow on the ground. And one more speciality of the creepers are that the fruits are very heavy, so they cannot stand even with the support, right? So on the ground they lay down on the ground and they grow like a web on the ground. As you can see in the picture that it's pumpkin, okay, watermelon, and it's muskmelon, right? So these are the examples of creepers. You can see that it is not growing upwards, it's growing nearby and like a web, right? So these are the creepers, and they have very weak stem, but they are so weak that it cannot even stand by taking support like climbers. So this is the basic difference between climbers and creepers, that climbers and creepers both have weak stem, but the difference is that the climbers can stand upright with the help of a support, but the creepers cannot. Then we have parts of plant. As we are going to study more detailed parts of plant, you have learned about these terms earlier also. First is stem, leaves, root, flowers. These four parts we are going to discuss in a broader sense, right? So first is stem. Stem is basically a part of a plant which helps it to stand up. Erect means upright. सीधे खड़े होने में help करता है. Right? The stem helps in upward movement of water. The water, it actually provides upwards to the leaves and it connects the root and the leaves. Okay, so it provides the water movement from the root to the leaves. So actually it helps to move the water upwards. ऊपर की तरफ पानी पहुंचाता है. Right? It's just like a pipe which is transferring water from ground to the upper floors. Okay, then we have that its main function is that water and minerals go to the leaves and other parts of the plant attached to the stem. So the basic function of stem is to conduction of water. Conduction matlab movement of water from one place to another, right? Movement of water and minerals. The stem transfers the water and minerals to the plant. This is the basic function of stem. Then we have in small activity to show that it is working like a pipe. Okay, so you can see it's a wonderful activity you can do at home also. Just you need to take one stem with a flower or with a leaf, right? Only stem you have to cut down, and then you will take a required glass, water, and a few food colors like blue color, red color, and a soft stem with the leaves or a flower attached to it. Okay, then you have to pour water and fill it 1/3 of the glass. 1/3 हम उसको fill कर देंगे. Then we will put few drops of color food in it. Color of the food, right? Like जैसे ये food colors होते हैं, blue color, red color. We will put 2 to 3 drops in it so that the water will get colored. Then cut the base of the stem and put it in the glass. You are not going to uproot the whole plant. You just need to cut one part of a stem with the with the flower or with the leaf. Okay. Once you have cut it down, then you have to keep that thing on it like this and keep it for some time. After a longer period, like after 10 hours or 11 hours, you know that the leaves are started having a margin with this color. मतलब जो लीफ का सराउंडेड सरफेस एरिया होता है वहां पे वो कलर आपको नजर आने लगेगा जिस कलर का फूड कलर आपने डाला होगा. As you can see in this picture also that these two were the white rose और जब हमने इसे डाला green color and red color में तो after hours of waiting you can see now this rose is converted into green color and this is also converted into red color, right? The margins of the flowers are converted to different color. So that means that the stem is working here as a pipe. जो ऊपर का जो पानी था वो ऊपर पहुंचा flowers तक और flowers के जो sides हैं वो color open. ठीक है? So this is a very good activity. You can do it at home. Then we have next part of plant which is root. Okay, so the roots helps in holding the plant firmly in the soil. Like जैसे stem उसे खड़े होने में मदद करता है, root उसे एक जगह पे stable तरीके से खड़े रहने में मदद करता है. मतलब it actually holds the soil thoroughly and when it holds the soil, so that is like an attachment to the soil. ठीक है? So the root is actually having the function of absorption of water and minerals. The basic function of root is to absorb water and minerals from the soil. जहाँ पे soil में पानी और mineral को खींच के वो stem को दे देता है and stem transfer it to leaves. Like this the process goes, right? So this root work as a anchor to the plant to the soil. Anchor का मतलब क्या होता है? वो आपने बड़े-बड़े ships में anchor देखे होंगे जो शिप को खड़ा करने के लिए डाले जाते हैं जिससे कि वो एक जगह अटक जाता है and the ship don't move. Like this the roots are working like an anchor. It sticks the plant to one position. Okay, so as you can see if it is holding the soil so tightly so it prevents soil erosion also. So that's why soil erosion रोकने के लिए we says that we should do afforestation. Okay, that means we should grow a lot of plants so that we can prevent soil erosion, and if soil erosion will not be there then the soil will become fertile in the sense अच्छा हो जाएगा और उस soil में plants अच्छे से grow करने लगेंगे. ठीक है? So this is the basic function of root. Now we are going to study about the two types of root. First is the taproot and another is the fibrous root. So taproot is basically a type of root in which there is a thick and large root which is divided into many branches, and that root is growing sideways. Okay, sideways का मतलब क्या होता है कि वो side में grow करने लगता है. As you can see in the picture, you can see in the picture that there is a main root, बीच में एक बड़ी सी thick root जा रही है, and it is having lot of branches, right? So this is basically the significance of taproot. Taproot is actually like this, that it is having two type of thing. You can see main root and lateral root. The main root you can see is the center thing, which is the thickest part and running in the center, and the lateral root is basically the branches which is coming out of the main root. So as you can see in the diagram also, that this is the main root and this is the lateral root, right? The small branches coming out of the main root is the lateral root. And there is one more thing, that if a plant is having a tap root, you can tell that which type of leaves they will be having, and they are having reticulate venation in the leaves. That I will discuss in the further slides. So you need to just remember that if there is a tap root, then that plant will be having a venation. And which type of venation it will be having? It will be having reticulate venation. One marker questions में आते हैं कि if a plant is having a tap root, then how you can identify which type of venation it will be having? So it will be having a reticulate venation. Okay, and the examples you can see pea, radish, carrot, anything. Okay, then we have fibrous root. See, fibrous root is a little bit different from the tap root. It is not having main root. Okay, it is a cluster of thin fiber-like root at the base of the stem, and this is known as fibrous root. You can see only lateral roots are there, no central stem is there, no main root is there, only branches are there, only lateral roots. Okay, only lateral roots. Now, as the fibrous root, if any plant is having fibrous root, then the leaves will be parallel venation. Okay, this also I will explain in the further slides, that what is parallel venation. So you need to remember that if you are having a tap root, then the leaf venation is reticulate venation, and if you are having fibrous root, then their venation is parallel venation. Okay, and the example is wheat and rice. Then we have another type of part, which is leaves. Leaves are also known as the kitchen of the plant because the food is prepared, the photosynthesis is occurred in that part only. So the basic function of leaf is to prepare food. It is the kitchen. So the basic thing which is carried on over there is photosynthesis, which I have already explained you. Then they are having a few structure in the leaf which is responsible for the photosynthesis, and that is chlorophyll. Okay, the food is prepared by chlorophyll present in the leaves, and due to the chlorophyll only the leaves appear green in color. So this chlorophyll is very important because it is the only thing which prepares food in the leaves. If chlorophyll is not present in the leaf will not be of green color, and it will also not prepare the food. Okay, and then the next function is transpiration. Transpiration is basically a process in which the excess of water in the leaves gets evaporated, and it helps the plant to maintain its temperature. जो एक्स्ट्रा पानी होता है वो उड़ जाता है और वो इवेपोरेट होके क्लाउड्स में बन जाता है. जैसे वाटर साइकिल में आपने सुना है that the sea water and the river water, they gets evaporated due to the sun's heat and they make clouds, right? So that cloud is also made with the help of transpiration. That is why it is said that the place where there is lot of trees will have lot of rainfall, right? Because if there is lot of trees, they will have a lot of transpiration, and if they are having a lot of transpiration, then obviously there will be a lot of clouds made, and those clouds will come out as rain, right? So basically this is interconnected, that how plants bring rain. Okay. Then we are having a small activity in which we will show the function of leaf. Actually, this is leaf. Wait, I'll just correct it. This is a leaf instead of stem. Right. So this is a activity showing function of leaf. So in this we have we need to take a leaf, a spirit, and a beaker, test tube, burner, water, watch glass, and iodine solution. Right? These are the materials required. We need to take a leaf, we need to put it in the test tube, and we have to pour a spirit in it. Spirit is basically आपने देखा होगा जिसमें nail polish remover आता है, that is a spirit. Okay, or you can say it as a alcohol also. So you need to put the spirit in it, and then you have to place the test tube in a half filled with water. You have to place the test tube. You will take a container, you will fill it half with water, and then you will fill that test tube with spirit and leaf into it. Okay, don't submerge it, just keep it. Then heat the beaker till the green color of the leaves comes out into the spirit in the test tube. ठीक है, जब तक पूरा का पूरा green color नहीं उड़ जाता, ठीक है, और वो जो spirit है वो green color का हो जाएगा and leaf will become colorless, white हो जाएगा, ठीक है. Then you need to take out the leaf carefully and wash it with the water. Then we are going to put iodine solution on the leaf. Okay, once we will be putting the iodine solution on the leaf, which is in yellow color, iodine solution is yellow color. We have studied the test of carbohydrates in chapter 2, that if there is any presence of starch or carbohydrate, we will put iodine solution and it turns blue black. So we are going to test that whether leaf having a function of producing food or not. If there is food, then that means it will be having carbohydrate or starch, and there should be blue black color then, right? So we will put iodine solution, and after some time you will observe that in few areas it will convert blue black color. So that means that leaf is a place where food is being prepared, right? So this is how we understand function of leaf. Then we have a structure of leaf, right? We have a structure of leaf in this, right? So the structure of leaf, you can see there are four types. Basically, there are two more things. First is petiole, second is lamina, third is midrib, fourth is veins, and tip you can see over here, and the margins. Margins are the boundary of the leaves. These structures are I will be discussing in the next video, right? I am just telling you overview over here. This is a petiole which attach the leaf to the stem, right? This is the lamina. Lamina is the all green part. ठीक है, ये जो greenish पूरा area आपको नजर आ रहा है, that is known as lamina, the broad part of the leaf. Then we have midrib. Midrib is the mid portion which is going through the leaf. This is known as midrib. And then we have veins. You can see the branches coming out of the midrib. This is known as veins. ठीक है. Then we have another thing which is known as leaf venation. Leaf venation is basically a design made by those veins on the leaf is known as leaf venation. Okay, एक पैटर्न बनता है. आप ध्यान से लीफ को अगर देखेंगे तो आपको नजर आएगा कि पतली 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 एक ना वेब की तरह, नेट की तरह कुछ बना हुआ है, धारीदार, right? So that is the leaf is having a veins, and the pattern, all the leaves are having different pattern of it. Okay, different design of veins on it. Okay, so that is known as leaf venation. And there are two types of leaf venation: reticulate venation and pallar venation. Okay, so as I have told you that I will be discussing in the next video, and I will be showing you the leaf venation and the reticulate venation and the pallar venation in it, right? So you need to wait for the next video. So basically here in the reticulate venation you are having a net like structure, and in pallar venation you are having plain structure. Okay, so this I will show you in the next video, right? So as you can see, I have already told you when I was explaining the root part to you, that reticulate venation, if a leaf is having reticulate venation, that means it is having tap roots, and if it is having pallar venation, then it is having fibrous root, and vice versa. Then we have flowers, right? So the flowers are the most beautiful and attractive part of the plant, because it is so beautiful and we all love flowers, right? So it is a reproductive organ of the plant. मतलब यहाँ से वो नए plants को जन्म देता है, ठीक है ना? Reproduction means giving birth to its own kind. So this is the part of a plant which helps in reproduction, and it also helps the insects to attract, and the insects helps in pollination. Pollination word, if you have heard in the fifth, you have learned in the fifth class, that pollination means transferring of pollen grains from one place to another. If pollen grains will not transfer, then what will happen? The flower will not be able to become fruit, and if will not be able to become fruit, then there will be no seeds, and if there is no seeds, then the plant cannot give birth to a new plant, right? So this is how it helps in reproduction. Then there is a part of flowers, you can see this is a hibiscus, इसको हम China rose भी बोलते हैं, right? So there are a lot of parts which I will be explaining in the next video and showing you that how it looks. So here we are discussing in a brief manner that there are two parts. It's known as stamen and pistil. Stamen is the male reproductive part, and pistil is the female reproductive part. Okay, a flower can have male and female both, or only male or only female. Okay, so in this flower we have male as well as female both, right? The stamen is having anther and filament and pollen grains. Inside anther there are pollen grains also, right? So these three things are come under stamen, and stigma, style, ovules and ovary. These four parts are coming under pistil. Okay, and there is petal and sepal. Petal is the पंखुड़ियां जिसको बोलते हैं, वो petals है, and sepal is the green part which is under the flower, right? So these are the main part, these are the parts of the flower which I will be discussing in the next video. So I will be showing you the things live, that how they looks, and in the next video I will be showing you a few parts of leaves and few parts of flowers. So I hope you understood this chapter. You need to read the chapter thoroughly, and uh, by uh, by looking my another video you will be able to understand that how they looks actually, right? So thank you for watching for this video.